Is Kids Who Remembered Their Past Lives, Part 1. The boy who solved his own murder. A 3-year-old boy began to say that he had been murdered in his past life. He said he was killed by getting an axe to the head, and strangely enough, on his head was a long red birthmark. He was then taken to the village he claimed he once lived in, and proceeded to show his family where his supposed body was buried. When they dug up the land, they found a boy's skeleton with an axe wound in its skull. But it didn't stop here. The boy then remembered his killer and his full name. They then confronted him, and he eventually admitted to the crime.
Shocking war facts that school definitely didn't teach you. Part 6. In World War II, Disney issued out Mickey Mouse gas masks that were intended to make the mask look less scary for children. M-U-R-D-E-R-M-O-U-S-E. In the 19th century, a French warship washed up on shore in northern England with a monkey dressed in an army uniform. The town had never seen a French person or a monkey before and concluded that the monkey must be a French spy. So naturally, they tied a noose around its neck and executed the damn thing. Since 1776, America has been at war 90% of the time, 222 out of 245 years. On June 20th, 1941, Soviet archaeologists uncovered the tomb of warlord Tamerlane, with the inscription, "Whoever opens my tomb shall unleash an invader more terrible than I." Just 2 days later, a man by the name of Adolf Hitler launched an invasion on the Soviet Union.
Scams that you should be aware of to keep you safe. Now, a common scam which occurs in lots of foreign countries is this one. Basically, the cashier in a shop or whatever will ask for your credit card to put the details in, but they'll pretend to be on the phone. Now you, without knowing anything, probably just hand them the card and let them do whatever they're going to do. But realistically, they're not actually on the phone, they're actually using their phone to take your credit card information and use it in the future. So, be careful. Next up, if you've ever seen a coin in your car door, do not open it, go and call the police immediately. Thieves can put these in your car, so when you unlock it, it will actually stay open, and it could mean there's someone nearby waiting to attack you or rob you. Similar to the last one, if you ever find anything on your car bonnet or something on your car tyres, for instance a random pair of shoes on the tyres, or a random item like a telly on the bonnet, run and call the police. Because this could mean someone's waiting nearby, and when you open it to take a look, they're going to jump in and drive off. And finally, in some places, a group of friends may come up to you and ask for you to take a picture of them. Then when you hand the phone back to them, they will purposely drop it, making it look like you were the one that dropped it and then making you pay for it. So everyone can say,
mind-blowing facts with Gerard. Some animals are born into obligate siblicide, which is making multiple offsprings, with the intention of only taking care of the healthiest, while killing off the least healthy babies. Meth labs tend to produce a toxic gas called phosphine, which is actually an insecticide, so roaches stay as about as far away from meth labs as your model citizen. Human brains are a lot more powerful than people realize. If you believe strongly enough that something is real, your body will react accordingly, like voodoo death syndrome. If you believe strongly enough that you've been cursed, your brain can just shut itself off, literally thinking itself to death. Or chronostasis, when your brain stretches your perception of time backwards, like when you look at a clock, and the second hand seems to freeze for a moment. That's actually your brain creating a false memory. And lastly, we're on the cuff of some amazing AI technology, and the Turing test is a test that can tell if the AI has developed intelligent behavior comparable to humans. But that's not the weird part, because being able to pass this test means the AI is also smart enough to pretend to fail it, soaking up knowledge in the background, planning, well, whatever it wants, honestly.
Weird history facts they don't teach in school, Part 1. A Chinese emperor escaped an assassin by running around a pillar. After 2 hours the assassin got bored and he went home. And he wasn't even charged for his crimes. Ancient Romans would put sandals on the hands of sleeping people and then tickle their face so they would slap themselves. Claudius Drusus died from asphyxiation when he tossed a pear and caught it in his mouth. The pear tree was actually put on trial. It was found guilty of murder and destroyed.
If you know these facts, then you get $1. If you ever have bad breath from something and you need to get rid of it immediately, then eat celery or cucumbers. They boost your saliva production, which can help get rid of bad breath in just a few minutes. The reason why most people didn't smile for pictures in the 1800s was because it was thought to be childish. Not many people could afford to take photos back then, so it was thought to be something really serious and really luxurious. The Eiffel Tower was supposed to be in Barcelona, Spain, but the Spanish government thought that it was ugly and that no one would like it. And as a result, Paris got it.
Here's how to actually lucid dream. Lucid dreaming is when you become aware that you're in a dream, and this means you can control everything. It's very fun. So here's the method I use that works for me. It's called MILD and it stands for Mnemonic Induction to Lucid Dreaming. As you are falling asleep, repeat the phrase in your head, I will control my dream, I will control my dream, I will control my dream. By repeating this mantra, you are encouraging your brain to be aware when you start dreaming. Therefore, you should lucid dream.
Here are 4 laws that you've broken without even realising. Did you know it's actually illegal to download music? Yeah. So if you're downloading it on certain sites so you can listen to it when you're on a plane or don't have service, well yeah, that's actually illegal. Who would have thought? Next up, singing happy birthday. Yeah, it's illegal. Well, at least it was until 2016 because it was copyrighted. Streaming TV shows online unless you're on a site like Netflix is actually highly illegal. If you found out to be doing it, you could get in serious trouble, but a lot of you probably have done it. Finally, carrying around a permanent marker. Like what? Yep, if you're carrying around a permanent marker in town, you could land yourself in jail. Because the local towns and government think you're going to do graffiti or something and you could get in big trouble. Which is ridiculous, but yeah, don't carry a marker.
If you see this happen, you need to run fast. If you see a crack in the floor of the road, you need to seriously get out of there. A crack in the road is a sign that a sinkhole is about to give way. They can be up to 100 feet deep, and when they give way, they will suck everything down with it, including cars and you, which is extremely dangerous. So if you see a crack in the road, you need to run fast. Make sure you share this message and follow for more.
Here are the laziest jobs in the world. Okay, firstly, I bet you've never heard of this, but you can actually become a professional panda cuddler. So pretty much every day, you have to hug and hold these pandas for however many hours. I mean, who wouldn't want to do this? Alright, next, if you love to sleep, this job is for you, a sleep study participant. Doing this actually helps doctors prevent sleeping problems and much more, and you also get paid $1,000 a day. Now, this one seems pretty exciting. You can be a professional water slide tester for $26 an hour. However, it is quite dangerous since you're the first one trying it. If you love watching TV shows and movies, this job is for you. You can be a professional binge watcher. You can make up to $45 an hour just by watching Netflix all day. Where do I sign up? Finally, this has to be my favorite. You can be a luxury house sitter for $50 an hour. And all you have to do is just stay in someone's house.
Disturbing facts you wish you could unlearn, Part 1. It takes 3 full rotations to remove the human head because of the skin's elasticity. Jeffrey Dahmer drilled a hole into some victims' skulls, and he tried putting different toxic liquids in the hole. A lot of them survived the first hole, and they were fully aware when they got a second and a third hole drilled. You can be allergic to your own blood. It's like your own body is destroying itself.